Dharma Bites is brought to you by Free Buddhist Audio, the Dharma for your life. Our work is funded entirely by donations from our generous listeners. If you would like to help us keep this free, make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. Thank you, and happy listening.
And the troll is amazed. He thinks my magic spear had no effect, my huge club had no effect, my magic t-shirt had no effect, but yet I just said get out, and he left. It's extraordinary. So the troll rushed after the Buddha outside, and he thought, I'll try this power, this new power I have. And he said, get in! And the Buddha said, okay. And the Buddha walks back in again. And the troll is even more amazed. He stands a while outside scratching his head. And then he rushes back in after the Buddha and he says, get out! And the Buddha just calmly walks out again. And you'll find this is the bit that's in the Sutta Nipata, by the way, the little bit where he says, get in, recluse, get out, recluse. And he says this 3 times. And then a 4th time, he's getting really pleased with his power now. The Buddha is back sitting on the throne and he says, get out! And the Buddha says, you're being very rude. I don't think this time I will get out. And the troll, maybe I'm not so powerful after all. Maybe he was just being polite, And the troll thought, how can I possibly defeat this man? And he sits there for ages. And then he has a memory, and the memory is a memory of his grandfather. It seems even trolls have grandfathers. And this grandfather lived a long, long time ago, maybe thousands of years ago. But before he died, his grandfather gave him his greatest treasure. And his greatest treasure is up in the attic of the castle, in a chest, an iron chest, and it's like a tablet. And on this tablet, which is made of gold, written in red letters, enamel letters, there are these magical sayings. And his grandfather had learnt these sayings, or these questions, from the previous Buddha. And the troll doesn't understand them at all. But he knows they're supposed to be the most powerful magic in the whole kingdom, and that nobody except a Buddha can answer these questions. Of course, the troll doesn't know this is the Buddha who's in his castle. So he thinks this will defeat him. And he rushes out with his big tablet and he says, you must answer every question. If you get one question wrong, he says, I will destroy your mind, I will split your heart in 2, and I will throw you to the other side of the Ganges River. And the Buddha says, okay, ask away. So we have this like a TV quiz now. You have to imagine it like a TV quiz. And he has all these questions, one by one. And he asks them. I won't tell you what all the questions were, but they're not easy questions. They're spiritual questions. So the first one is, what is the greatest wealth? The second one, what brings the highest happiness? The third one, what is the sweetest of all tastes? The 4th one, what is the best way of living? So these are very hard questions, very hard questions. But of course the Buddha comes out each time with an answer. The first one, he says, what's the greatest wealth? The greatest wealth is confidence, he says. What brings the highest happiness? The highest happiness comes from being authentic, he says, being yourself authentically. What is the sweetest of all tastes? The sweetest of all tastes is the taste of truth. What's the best way of living? The best way of living is to live ethically without causing any harm. And as he hears these answers, the troll becomes calmer and calmer. And when he hears that last one, not causing any harm, it resounds around his rather thick skull inside, not causing any harm. And he has this sort of moment of realization. And he says, I can see you must be an awakened one. You've got every single question right. And I had never understood the answer to these questions before. But now I can see what you're saying. The greatest wealth is confidence. Yes, you can say, I can see this. And so on. And the best way of living is harmlessly, without harming. And he says, from this moment forward, I resolve I will never harm another living creature. He says, for this moment forward, I resolve I will live protecting the Dharma. And he becomes a Dharmapala, a protector of the Dharma. And he says, from this moment on, I will be a disciple of the Buddha.
We hope you enjoyed today's Dharma Bite. Please help us keep this free. Make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. And thank you.